I liked your five bullets. I I think there's a very good mix there of uh, strategies that are in the action plan, strategies that are a little more forward leaning, but also some that are what I would consider more traditional. So I thought that piece was very well done. Can you talk a little bit, if you can address a little bit about uh, where you see the the biggest challenge to those five?
I think the impediments and the challenges or barriers for each of those would be, let's say, for the financial aid issue. Obviously, it's the funding, so it would have to come from a variety of sources, government and industry. The barrier to transforming engineering education is really us in engineering professions. And I think we look at each other, we look at the trendsetters, we want to see bigger institutions try that and make some changes so that we would be able to adopt it. And the barrier is going to be convincing the faculty that weeding out is not the solution, and we need to be able to understand what is important in our engineering curriculum. When it comes to the issue of the K to 12, I think the biggest barrier is the differences that we have from a state to a state, and sometimes even from school district to school district in terms of the criteria that they have and the guidelines that they use, and to be able to have the Common Core and incorporate engineering as part of the Common Core would be probably the most important thing that we need to accomplish. And that, quite frankly, as engineering schools, it's out of our reach. We can only articulate, we cannot make an impact on that. And that's why we thought that this is not something that we as engineering schools would be able to tackle the whole thing. And then I think the issue about the faculty as role models, we need to, as engineering deans and administrators and faculty who sit on the search and screen committees, the biggest barrier is ourselves and the perception, and we have to think about what takes for an individual to become a good faculty in our institution, and that's why we need to definitely adopt the system that allows us to diversify our faculty body. The last thing about the partnership, I think it's, as was said earlier, the book about it's not, I know there is a mistake, but it's not mine, right? Something like that. And I think we're all going to say the same thing. We are looking for partnership between the HSI and HBCU institutions and the major land grant and Research One institutions, and we have to set aside our perceptions and understand that how the world is going to move forward and how to be able to work together. And I think we have to have government as catalyst for those partnerships.